Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Screening Room, where our theme is a belated St. Patrick's Day. I'm Sean Mason.
I'm Jenna Moran.
And my name is Nick Rytilahti.
And stay tuned, we'll be back to review some of the movies. And welcome back. The first movie that we're going to be reviewing is the movie 300. So, with a force rising in ancient Europe, led by the god King Xerxes, threatening to plunge the citizens of Sparta into slavery and death, basically, Gerard Butler, Scotland-born Gerard Butler, he plays King Leonidas, and he rounds up 300 of Sparta's best warriors, and their job is to basically combat the Persian army that's threatening Sparta. And this is pretty much the trials and tribulations of said 300 Spartans. But to give you a little better taste of the action and whatnot in this, take a look at the trailer.
That's all good.
It always sounds very soothing.
We'll make up for it with the...
We Spartans are descended from Hercules himself, taught never to retreat, never to surrender, taught that death on the battlefield is the greatest glory he could achieve in his life. Spartans, the finest soldiers the world has ever known.
It's quiet now. They came from the blackness.
Be afraid! Sparta will burn to the ground! 1,000 nations of the Persian Empire descend upon you!
What must a king do to save his world?
Instead, ask yourself, what should a free man do?
Threaten my people with slavery and death!
This is madness!
Madness.
This is Sparta! We will stand and fight!
A new age has begun.
An age of freedom! And all who know the 300 Spartans give their last breath to defend it! Spartans! Tonight we dine in hell! Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
Directed by Zack Snyder, this movie is filled with testosterone-filled action. You know, it's a good movie if you just want to sit back, not really think a whole lot, and just be entertained by action. If you're not in the mood for that, it has a decent plot to it as well. I mean, you got these Spartans who are really fighting for their freedom, who really want to help their land prosper. I mean, I really liked it. I liked the whole CG effect of the movie. The acting was great. Gerard Butler did a fantastic job. And Michael Fassbender, he's the Irish-born actor. He's also got a role in there as one of the 300 Spartans. I thought it was a good movie overall. What did you guys think?
I also really enjoyed it. That was the first time I'd seen it, was to watch it for this movie. And along with the testosterone-filled, action, I thought the soundtrack really added to that. I really enjoyed the rock in it, and I thought that added to all of the action scenes. And I thought Michael Fassbender was hilarious in it. He always one of my favorite actors anyway, so I thought he really contributed to the movie.
Yeah, I'd actually only seen this movie a few times in high school on bus trips to football games and such. It's a good rallying cry for teams apparently to watch this movie before they go play a game. But before I reviewed it this time, I went and looked up some reviews of it, and it really got mixed reviews. A lot of people really didn't appreciate this movie at all. In fact, Robert Ebert, I thought this was the best one, said this is a one-dimensional movie where the characters are nothing more than wrestlers from the WWE promoting their next fight at the upcoming pay-per-view. At times you can see that, the disputes between Gerard Butler's character, Laurinaitis, and the Persian King. At times it's a little one-dimensional, but I think there's so many more layers of this movie when you consider that this was a shot-for-shot adaptation of a comic book created by Frank Miller, who was actually the executive producer and helped a lot along the way with Zack Snyder. And also, most of this movie was shot indoors. In fact, only one scene of this movie was shot outside of a studio, and all the graphics and the mood lighting and the setting was a chroma key. So it was a digital movie, must have taken a lot of time and effort, and I thought the lighting and everything about the visuals just made it have that comic book feel, but it also felt real at the same time.
Yes. Sorry, I thought it was also a little confusing at times. For example, let me find that here. The wolf at the beginning. I didn't really know what the special with that is. When he's a little boy and he...
I think there's a lot of symbolism in
Yeah,
that.
it's like a big test for becoming a man type, like
I
a
suppose.
warrior.
I think
makes
can
sense,
also
actually.
represent that Persian army. This
Yeah.
unstoppable
Yeah.
force. What am I going to do about this? And the same quote that he says in the narration of he didn't feel fear, he just felt a heightened sense of awareness of things around him. The same way he felt when he saw that wolf coming on was the same way he felt when he knew it was his time and for his men to die.
Almost like he related, this fight taking place in the I forgot the name of it. It was like the little tiny place, but it was the same kind of similarities between his first battle and his last battle.
Yeah, overall I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned. We're going to be taking a look at Perfect Pets.
Meet Milano, a 7-year-old male domestic medium-haired cat. He's very friendly, easygoing, and would love a new lap to keep warm. Here's Otis, a 1-year-old potty-trained male lab border collie mix. He's very intelligent, well-behaved, and wants to show off his new tricks. Cue the bells, it's Angel. She's a sweet, gentle 6-year-old poodle. She loves to cuddle, is very laid back, and wants to share her smile with everyone.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Okay. All right, so now following 300, we'll go to my movie, which is called Watching the Detectives, starring Cillian Murphy and Lucy Liu. In this comedy, a film freak has his life turned upside down when he starts dating a real-life femme fatale. Neil, who is Cillian Murphy, runs a video store specializing in classic film noir and offbeat cult films. He spends almost every evening on his couch soaking in classic films and basketball. However, he lacks a solid life with women also, a social life. Neil meets Violet, who is Lucy Liu, and she's a sexy and adventurous woman who likes him immediately. However, Neil soon decides Violet may be a bit too adventurous. While he's content to just be on his couch watching all the excitement happen on movies, she wants to throw herself into the thrilling situations rather than observe them. Her appetite for adventure proves to be a bit more than what Neil bargains for. But before I give too much away, here's a look at the trailer.
Special screening of the 1949 classic She-Gorilla.
Neil Lewis lives for the movies.
Check out this entrance.
Until Violet walked in.